Alrighty. Let's see here. I'm gonna need to back this music down a little bit. There we go, something like that. Alright, so we should, in theory, be live. Guess I'll see in here in a second. We're going to watch my CPU usage, make sure that doesn't go too high while I'm doing this. Let some people get in here. So we can get this stuff going. Because I'm eager to go through these and see what I got. Been a long time since I have photographed a concert. There's Joanna. Hello. Excuse me. Alright. Joanna, I'm going to rely on you to let me know if that background music is too loud or not. I think it should be like perfect volume, but I'll let you, I will let you answer that question for me. It's good. Okay, cool. Hey Elena, how you doing? I feel like this is the perfect picture to open up with. Oh my gosh. That's some of the funniest pictures from concerts just oh boy. It's gonna take forever for my computer to load some stuff. I need one so I need a new one so badly. Goodness gracious, that's funny. Part of the fun about concert photography is just catching people, you know, because inevitably when you're singing, when you're talking, when you're, you know, jamming out, playing music and stuff like that, you're gonna make some funny faces, and that's part of the best things about concert photography. But all right, let's see here. So I originally shot this woman here. This was the opening act. I don't actually remember what her name was off the top of my head, but she was very pregnant. Like very pregnant. Goodness gracious. But go through. I don't have a ton of pictures of her because I wanted to save most of them for the headlining act, the main band. But, you know, I figured I'd at least get like a couple good pictures of her, and then go through Badflower, the main band, and get some good pictures of them as well, and we'll see what we can come up with. So, fortunately for me, I took 780 photos that night, which is honestly for a concert not unheard of. I think the other times that I've shot the Newsboys and Audio Adrenaline and stuff like that, I think I've come away with photos in the thousands of one concert. So we will see. You always thought that I wasn't a photographer? Oh, well, here you go. This is where it comes in. But yeah, so basically, the way that concerts usually work, for those of you who don't know how photographing a concert works, because everyone kind of thinks, you know, photographing a concert, you get, you know, access to be wherever you want, and you're, you know, up there shooting for however long you want to, all that type of stuff. When in reality, there are typically, not in this case here, mainly because I know I'm kind of in with the owners of the venue. The owners of the venue are good friends of mine. But usually you get access to photo pit areas, which is like a specific area of the stage, or like, well, surrounding the stage. And then they only let you shoot the first 3 songs of the act. So after the 3rd song, no more photos. That's it. All the photos get taken within the first 3 songs. So luckily for me, I know the owners of this venue, and I was able to shoot throughout the entire concert, which is good because a lot of the times, you know, the songs have a different feel throughout the concert, right? You get a lot that are, you know, harder, more upbeat, and then you get some that are more soft and slow and emotional and stuff like that. So getting a variety of songs that you can shoot during is really kind of a nice thing, because you get some that are a little bit more emotional looking and some that are a little bit more, you know, kind of hard and crazy looking with crazier lights and stuff like that. But yeah, I was able to shoot through the whole concert. So let me see here. Okay, bye, Elena. Video quality is a bit video quality is a bit on my side. Might be me. Well, let me know. It should be going full. Quality. So if it's still crappy, let me know. I'm not sure what I can do about it, but let me see here. Oops. What am I looking? I'm looking for something. That's what I'm looking for. That says should be 1080p, 30 frames per second. Looks like it should be good. So, not sure why it might be a little crappy, but I'll let you let me know. All right, so let's get into these pictures here, because I haven't even really gone through most of these. There's a couple, like what I like to do during concerts is I'll go through and take some pictures, and then whenever I take a good one, where I'm like in the middle of taking the shot and I feel like I just captured a good one, I'll check it on my camera, like this one here. When I checked it on my camera, I thought that could be a good photo. So what I did was I set. There's a way on the camera that you can rate a picture. So you can set like 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star. And what I'll do is during the concert, I will give it a rating if I think I captured a good picture, or I'll look at it and I'll be like, ooh, I could really do something with that, or I have an idea of something that I can do with a photo. I'll set a rating to it so I don't forget it. So some of these already have ratings, like this one here has a rating on it, but the majority don't. This one here has a rating on it as well. Goodness gracious, she's pregnant. But yeah, I don't do that for a lot of photos because you don't have time a lot of the time. This one here has a rating on it. Which this one here, I remember taking this photo, and I caught this photo right when one of the spotlights like went straight into my lens, which is why it's so bright. Like it's so over brightened, you know, overexposed. But there's something about this photo, just looking at it, I feel like I might be able to, and I think I may have actually edited this one. No, I didn't edit this one. I might be able to do something cool with this, and I'm going to try to do something cool with it. So I set a little rating on it so I would remember, just to see what I could do with it. So anyway, let's go in here. And basically what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go through all these pictures, and I'm going to see which ones I think have potential and which ones don't. And the ones that I think have potential, I'm going to give a star rating, which I'll probably just give them like 1 star or something like that to start out. And basically then, once I get through them all and I rate them all, I can go back and only view the ones that I've rated, and then I can only work with the ones that I think have potential, basically. So you got to narrow it down first. And then you can work with what you have. If stuff works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So that's essentially what I'm going to do here for a little bit, which is going to take me, I'd say to go through this many photos, it would probably take me maybe like half an hour. If that. If it probably won't even take me that. It might even take me like 15 minutes. But we're going to go through, see what we got, and give it a rating and see what happens. If it's a really, really good picture, and I see it and I'm like, dang, this has a lot of potential, I'll immediately give it a 5-star rating. That way I know to focus a lot of my attention on that picture. But I gotta, like, go through and actually, like, make sure it's gonna load in full quality, too, so I can see what I'm working with. See, this one here, I was limited by some of the equipment that I had, because it was a very last-minute idea to shoot this concert. It was a very last-minute opportunity, so I didn't have the chance to prepare the equipment that I would have liked to have had. So some of the stuff I had was limited, but this one here, I ideally would have liked it to be much more about there. But I wasn't really a fan of the way that her laptop was in this picture, but we'll see. Keep going here. Don't like her face in that one. That one's not bad, but her guitar is out of frame. That's decent. It's still out of frame, though. I don't like when I cut off parts of the guitar, or parts of the instrument, or parts of the body. I don't enjoy that. Just makes it look a lot less, like right there, it looks a lot more, I mean, the picture's worse because the face is just a little bit worse or whatever, but like the fact that the whole guitar is in the picture makes it a lot better of a picture to me. Is that even in focus? Barely out of focus. Yeah, I'm not really feeling any of those. I think this one's much better. So I gave that one a 5-star already. So that's a solid. This is a solid picture here. I'll work something out there. And I like the fact that she has her mouth open singing in this one rather than, oops, didn't mean to go back. Rather than in this picture where she has her mouth closed. Video quality is just fine. Okay, good. Hey Adrian, how you doing? Greetings from Slovakia. Awesome. Alright, so yeah, see this one, it looks a little bit weird to me that her mouth is closed versus more like the act of singing. She looks a lot more happy and into the song here, so I like that one more. Don't like that. Again, not really feeling it with her mouth more in the closed position, but I'll save it just in case. The nice thing about shooting concerts is, it's kind of the nice and the bad thing about shooting concerts, is you'll come away from a concert with like 1,000 photos or hundreds and hundreds of photos, but you only need 10, something like that. I mean, you know, you could come away with literally a 1% or, you know, something of the sorts, like 1% of the pictures being good and turning out well, and you're doing good, because you don't need, you know, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 pictures of a concert. You need like 5 to 10 per band, per act. So that's the nice thing, is like, I mean, I've gotten through 13 pictures, and I already have 3 with potential. They're very similar pictures, but I have 3 with potential. I'll probably only use one of them, which is most likely going to be this one, completely unedited. But most likely going to be this one. I love the glitter in her guitar and everything, and you know, it was her playing the guitar. She wasn't just singing, but she's singing, playing the guitar. It has nice framing, and it has her laptop in the background here, which I'm not a huge fan of, but that was part of her music. She was actually playing a backing track from her laptop. So this is, you know, technically one of her instruments here. So the fact that it's in the shot doesn't really bother me. If it really did, I could take it out. But, you know, it's just this shot as a whole, I think, is a really, really good shot. Plus, the guitar kind of hides how pregnant she is. Which, you know, it's like, women are kind of interesting when it comes to being pregnant. Some people are like, I don't want pictures when I'm pregnant because it makes me look fat. Other people are like, I loved, you know, having this picture when I was pregnant because it reminds me of when I had my kid, stuff like that. So it's kind of like give or take whether or not people want to be seen in pictures being like super pregnant. So the fact that this one kind of hides her stomach, is a little bit better than something where it's just so blatantly out there, kind of like this shot here. So I'll probably end up using that one, but that's one shot in, you know, 13 or something like that. And if it keeps going like that, I'll have good stuff to pull from. So not a fan of it, not a fan of it, not a fan of it. This is all me being limited by my equipment that I had. Because notice how she's like really far over here on the right side of the frame. There's so much dead space in this left part of the frame here. Like all this dead area over here. Not a fan of it. Good focus here though. Once it loads. Also, she's missing nail polish on her first finger, and that's kind of annoying. I didn't realize that, but good focus. Okay, so focus got lost in the light there. I'm just going to go ahead and delete that picture. Same here. I don't think I actually nailed focus here, which is going to annoy me. Load. Nope, didn't make focus. By the way, if you're ever taking pictures and you go through something, never see it once and delete it. I know I'm doing that right now, but that's just because I know that I have many good pictures, or better pictures in here. And I know my style. But there's a lot of times where I've actually come back to something where, you know, maybe like a year later, where I was like, yeah, it's just a crappy picture that I overlooked. And I'm like, yeah, maybe I could pull something out of that. But here, I'm not really too worried about it. But never just see a picture and go, yep, nope, don't like it, and then just delete it. Just leave it there for a little while, and then come back in like a year, or like 6 months. And if you still don't like it, then delete it. Hey, Joseph. Hey, Take One. How you doing? So here, like, you just get like these weird faces that are not flattering. And it's not her. It's just when people are talking, when people are singing, it's just, it's not a flattering face. But, you know, it is what it is. That's not bad, but there's nothing really going on here. Like, I wish there was like some lights coming down in the background, like some spotlights or something like that. Because it's like, I kind of like it because it's a simple profile. And it's not like she's making a weird face or anything. And she kind of has her hand on her stomach, which is kind of the opposite of the first shot here, where I said it kind of hides her stomach. This kind of accentuates it, where it's kind of like she's got her hand like on, you know, her baby belly there. But there's just not enough going on for me to like that shot. This was the keyboard player. Unfortunately, I didn't realize for a while there that he was actually in more dim lighting than she was, which meant that I wasn't being able to... He was also moving around a lot more than she was, so a lot of his stuff's not necessarily as in focus. I always gotta wait for this loading thing to go away to get my idea of if it's in focus or not, which it really isn't. It's not terrible, but up the exposure, a stop there. I mean, that's not terrible. Got nice lighting coming in the back. I don't like that one. I'll give this one a 1 star, just in case I can turn it into something. But I tried to get pictures of the... That's a face. I tried to get pictures of the other band members, too, not just the singers. You know, you want to get the guitar players in there. You want to get the... you know, keyboard players and stuff like that. Like, you want to switch it around. It's not all about the vocalist. It's not all about the drummer. It's not all about the guitar player. You know, so I try to, like, switch it around. That's a face. Hey, Josh, how you doing, man? Okay, see, this one I kind of prefer more than... So it kind of takes what I was saying about this shot, where it's like a nice side profile, simple, but there's nothing going on in the background. Here, you know, another nice simple side profile, but there's actually, you know, some trees and some fence and some crowd and stuff in the background here. Hey, Nora, how you doing? So this one here, the only thing I might want to do is just do a simple, and I'm not going to use Photoshop for this right now. I will later on if I decide to keep it, but just a simple clearing of this wire here. And we'll move that away. You know, something like that, where I don't have to see that wire there. But I'd still have to go clean that up in Photoshop there. But yeah, I mean that's not terrible though. Go ahead and undo what I just did though. Undo, undo, undo. There we go. I'll give it a 1 star. We'll see what we can turn it into later. I might just crop in on it too. I might just be able to bring this kind of a something more like this. Get the body at this point of the rule of thirds here, the microphone at this point of the rule of thirds. Keep that arm in the picture. Keep the head in the picture with some room there. Something like that. It's a little bit better. I still don't like all this dead space down here, but this is a little bit better of a photo now that I cropped it in. Don't like it. Don't like it. Yeah, she's kind of feeling herself in this photo. Look how pregnant she is, though. I mean, goodness gracious. She's about to pop. I specifically remember shooting this part of the concert. And here's a 5-star photo I did. I thought I could possibly turn this into something. There's just something about the way the light's hitting her, and just there's something about this I think I could probably work with. I'm going to change it to a 1 star, but I think I can work with that and making it into something cool. Don't like that I can't see her face. You get all these microphone stands going into her hand and just cluttering up the picture. Don't like that. Don't like that. Alright, let's see what we got here. A more front angle. If she still had her hands up with the microphone, I might do something with that picture. Like, I kind of like it, but it's also kind of like she kind of just looks spaced out. Like maybe if I... No, don't like it. Unfortunate. Because it actually looks... The lighting on her face is really pretty here. I don't really like the position that she's in either, but it's not terrible. One of the things that you always have to be conscious about when you're photographing somebody is which hand they like to use for the microphone. Sometimes they use both, like they're ambidextrous. Sometimes they use both hands, but sometimes they have a dominant microphone hand, and it's always in their left hand or always in their right hand, or you know, something like that. Here we can see that she's clearly ambidextrous. She uses her right hand. She also uses her left hand. And then if it's not there, it's on the stand, I think. But you always have to be conscious, and it's one of the first things that I like to do. I never like to shoot from the first song if I have the choice, unless I'm restricted to the first 3 songs like I was saying earlier. Because I always like to watch which hand they prefer to hold the microphone with, because if they prefer to hold it on the left hand side or they prefer to hold it on the right hand side, you're always going to have the microphone in the way. And I'll get to that later on with other shots that I'm sure I can find, or something like this. Really is a great example. You don't want this hand in front of the face. It blocks too much of the face. If she was holding it with her left hand, you know, like she does when she switches here, it opens up the whole left side of her face. It's not the same shot, but it would open up the whole left side of her face. So you always try to shoot from the side of the stage that is opposite of her dominant hand. So if she sings with her right hand, always try to shoot from the left side of the stage. If she sings with her left hand, always try to shoot from the right side of the stage. It'll open up a lot more of your pictures. But I like this shot. That's a good shot. And this microphone stand being completely encased in this white light, I could take that out very easily. Same thing with this one. If I wanted to, I could take that out. But I think I was shooting these here before her bandmates kind of got on the... Yeah, see, there's her drummer back there and everything, but out of focus. This is a good shot of her keyboard player, but he's not doing anything. Just kind of looks like he's standing there. If this is in focus, this is a little bit better of one, because at least there's like a nice purple light up here or something like that. I'll give that a 1 star. It was really hard to get pictures of her drummer. It was really hard. I remember what her name is. Her name is like Dossie or something like that. Dossey. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There you go. This is what she looks like. Well, before she got pregnant. This is kind of what she looked like before she was pregnant. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting, I guess. Okay. So, can I please have this back? Bam. Okay. Back to this. Anyway, her drummer, yeah, really hard to get pictures of because he was kind of like hiding in the back behind a whole bunch of stuff. And there wasn't a lot of lighting back there for the most part. And all these shots, I mean, I had to take them with him like way on the right-hand side of the frame, and I'm not a fan of that. So I probably won't use any of that. This one, he kind of looks like, if any of you guys are into EDM music or electronic music, he kind of looks like Porter Robinson, to be honest. And if you actually care, you can just Google Porter Robinson and you'll find Porter Robinson and you'll be able to be like, yeah, he does look like him. Not really a fan of any of these. Is this in focus? No, it's not in focus. Crap. Yeah, not a fan of those. I tried, but I failed. This one's good. And you know, I like the face in this, even though it's like literally half a second apart, if that. I like the face in this one more than this one. But in this one, he's squatting down a little bit, and you get the whole head in the picture up there. So I'm gonna keep that one. All right, so that goes into Badflower, but it's on a different memory card. So I'm going to leave those for now. Well, let me go through them really quickly here. I don't think I liked any of these. I was shooting these from the upper deck, just to kind of get like an overall look at it. But give that one a 1, just because I don't feel like I have a lot of really far away shots. I really like this guitar, this really nice blue with that nice red wood. It's a really pretty guitar. I just hate having half this guitar over here chopped off. Yeah, I only got one out of that little set there. But anyway, so back to her. So I switched here from a really long lens to a really short, more wide-angle lens here. So it's going to be more far away shots here, which I wanted because I wanted a different feel. I didn't want a whole bunch of pictures that were like really, really close up on their face or anything like that, or like, you know, super zoomed in to where like this is all you see. I wanted, you know, like some stage atmosphere, you know. Get a nice amp up here in the front left. And you don't have to nail focus on these because they're so far away. But it's not bad. It's not a bad shot. The only downside is you have to zoom in on everyone to make sure like nothing's weird. Don't like that one. No. Alright, well I'm gonna go back to the first one. I like this first one. And I like this one. This one's nice. And I can crop that in just a little bit and bring this down. Something like that. I'll figure it out. I'll give that a 1 star for now. So skip to these pictures here. Alright, don't like the face she's making in that one. And that's another thing too, like kind of get a read on the way that they hold themselves and like kind of their personalities is what I'm trying to get at. And then you can kind of tell whether or not like this is like a normal personality for her or not, or if that's like a face that she's making in the middle of singing. Because if she's like a super happy, super bubbly kind of person, this may just be her smiling and kind of giggling or something. But if she's not, then that's kind of maybe just be more viewed as like a weird face while she's singing, and maybe that's not something that she would find flattering. I don't really know. It doesn't really matter. It's my photo, but this is more how this song went when she was singing it. So seeing something like this makes me think it was just like her trying to like squeeze to meet a note or something like that. I could be wrong, but that's a good shot. I like that. I love the lighting here. That purple and blue. Oh, I love that lighting. Going back to this shot here. That's a good shot. I'll keep that one also. Alright, so go through this one, to this one. Another good shot. He doesn't really look like he's doing much though. Dude, I was nailing pictures of the drummer from here. Alright, I like these. I like these. I don't like that one. One before it. I like that one too. And I'll end up probably picking like one or two from this set here. But really like that picture. This was more of a slow song, which I'm assuming is why he looks so relaxed and so casual. Because she had her moments where she was kind of going harder, but this was during one of her slower songs, I think. I kind of like this shot because there's some fog that's kind of like coming across his face right here, and it gives like a little extra dynamic. Not really keen on his face that much, but I kind of like this one too, but his arm looks weird. His arm just his arm looks really weird right here. So I probably won't use that one. But I do like this one with the little smoke coming across his face there. Not crazy about it. Yeah, not crazy about those. Or that. Or that. Nope. Nope. That's a good shot. I like this one. I like the lighting in the back. I like the color on the stage and the sausage arm. Yeah, basically. What is happening when I... anyway, I like this picture here because I love the lighting that we have up here. I love how you can see kind of the detail on the stage on the top. You get some of that fog in the background with some trees. The lighting on her is really nice. The colors are really nice. You get the blue on the right side, the purple on the other side. I like this shot. Nailed that shot. Not the most flattering face that she's in, but she's not in an ugly face by any means. I remember taking this shot. That one's terrible. I could turn that into something. I'll keep it. Alright. This one here. This one here. I could do something really cool with this. I just got to think about what I could do, but I know I could do something really cool with this. What happens if I bring the exposure down on this? Okay, it gets really blue. Okay, what happens if I drop it to black and white? Drop that down. Increase the contrast. Decrease the contrast. No, increase the contrast. Let's bring clarity in. Dehaze it. Don't dehaze it. That's really bright. Yeah, I'll have to mess with this one later. This is going to be a complete experimental shot here. I even honestly like it just like this. Maybe a little bit more vibrance, a little bit more saturation here. And then actually what I'd like to do, take the texture and soften it. I honestly like it exactly like that. Touch more contrast. Bring the highlights down just slight bits. I want to recover a little bit more from her here than what's in it. But I don't want to recover too much. Because if I recover too much, she starts to look gray. And I don't want that. I want it to look overexposed. This is one of those pictures that it's wrong in every... what do you call it? It's wrong in every, like, literal, like, fundamental way. It's just wrong. This picture is overexposed a ton. And there's really nothing going for it. But I could turn this into something really pretty. Just doing something like that. And then removing this cord. Something like that. I really like that. I really like that. What if I bring in... Ooh. I could bring in a vignette on it, like a small one. Yeah. Yep. I like it. I like it a lot. Bring the noise reduction up. Bring the color noise reduction up. So we got masking here. Go just to like the outlines here. Yeah, I like that. I don't think it looks as good in black and white because I really like the color tones. You lose all of the color contrast here. I mean, it's still a cool shot, but I think this one needs to be... It needs to be in color. It needs to have these really soft pastel colors here. And I think I absolutely nailed this shot in every wrong way possible. I really, really, really like this. I would get this printed like... I'd get that printed like the size of a wall. I think that's gorgeous. I may be the only one that thinks that, but it's stunning to me. But I like that. All right, be safe on your ride. Let's keep going here. That's not a bad picture either. Did I nail the focus on it? Focus is pretty close. I'm going to keep that one. Task failed successfully. That is exactly what happened. Because I remember taking that picture. Because I love the... Like, I'm just going to go ahead and take this saturation, or the exposure way down so you can see what's happening here. I love the position that she's in, where she's kind of, you know, she's got her arm up and she's singing. You got the nice spotlight. She's right on the microphone. Her other hand's kind of looking nice. Like, I really like the position that I shot that in. It's just everything went completely wrong as that spotlight came directly into my camera lens, and it completely blew out the picture. But the fact that it's so soft, it makes it look so ethereal, and I really, really like it. Let's move on, because it's taking too long now. Out of focus. Don't like it. That's actually... I don't even remember taking this shot. I took one shot of the keyboard player from this side of the stage. One. Because right after this, it goes right into pictures of her again. So I took one shot of him, and I actually think this is the best shot of the keyboard player that I have. Huh. Alright. Save that one. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it. See here, so this is what I did here, was I tried to get a picture of the drummer. Even though he's not doing much, I tried to get a picture of the drummer in this really cool lighting that was going on, where it was kind of this purple and pink. Is this ever going to load the full quality? I need to be able to, there we go. I took a really cool picture because I loved this purple pink here, along with this nice like teal, really light blue back here of the venue name. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to get a shot with the venue name in the background. So I'm going to go ahead and save that one too. He looks depressed. Yes, he does. This is a good shot. And notice here again, so if you would have had this hand be the off hand, and you would have had this hand up here and this hand down here, you would have switched these two hands, it would be a much less desirable photo because this arm would be all up in the way of her chin right here. And it would just be way too cluttered. But because her left hand is up here, not her right hand, it's a much better picture. And I like it, so I'm going to keep it. That's even better. That's an even better shot. I take it back. We're going to unstar that one. This one's even better. Because it gives me more, like, even though this one, the guitar was completely in the photo, I think this one gives me more room with the guitar, and I can do more with this shot here, and I like her face more with her mouth slightly open in this shot. It looks like Porter Robinson. The one of her looking down is cool too. I like that one too, but it's a little bit out of focus. Not much, but just ever so slightly. At least it looked like it from far away. I could be wrong. No, I'm wrong. It's in focus. I could have sworn that was out of focus from here. I mean, it's not bad. I just don't like how the microphone goes into her head. If the microphone wasn't in her head, I would like that. But I can't really do anything about that. That's not bad. Oh, really? A motorcycle? Goodness gracious. I like these, but I don't know. I think I like this one better than this one. I like this one better because it's not so her head isn't like as tilted up like this on the side. It's a little bit more straightened, and it doesn't make her neck look as big. So I like that one a little bit better. Wait, what am I talking about? I went the wrong way. This one I was talking about. Don't like any of those. Yeah, so here's the whole band. So you can see, like, just kind of how much stuff is cluttered on this stage. Where at some of the shots, when I was having to shoot through the keyboard player, the keyboard setup, the laptop, her keyboard that she has here, herself, her mic stand, this guy's mic stand, and then the drums with the mic stands and the cymbals into him to get shots. I mean, it was like there was so much stuff there that he was just hiding. Spike. Car. And up here, I was up on the top level again, trying to get pictures of the whole thing, just to see if they'd work out. And I tried to move over to, like, there's this big tree right here, as you can see. I moved over here on purpose so I could see if I could get some cool shots, like, through the tree. That's pretty neat with the light just, like, encompassing her. I don't really like the shot, but I just think the way the light looks is kind of cool. But I was shooting like through the tree leaves and everything because I thought it'd be kind of like a cool idea, which it was, but none of the pictures really look that good from here. They all look like cell phone photos, which is why I don't like taking pictures from far away. Like that would be such, like this right here would be such a cool photo if I wasn't like a million miles away. This is kind of cool. What if I bring this? Can you give me my crop? Thank you. What if I bring this like here? No, don't like it. I take it back. Nope, hate it, hate it. I like the colors, don't like her face. No, 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 no. See how the stupid everything blocks her face because her hand's up there? That'd be such a cool photo if it wasn't covering your face with the microphone. No, don't like it, don't like it, don't like it, don't like it, don't like it. Load. Load? Thank you. That's kind of a cool picture. It just needs to be cropped differently. I kind of like that one. Another one that's not terrible. I don't like how cluttered everything is up here, but I didn't really have a choice of where to shoot at that period of time. No, don't like it. All right, finally done with her. So this is one of the owners of the music venue, and he's a good buddy of mine, and he was up there kind of introducing the artist. His name's Tom. He's a really cool guy. So I just thought I'd get a couple pictures up there of him talking. All right, now we're into Badflower. Now we're into not pregnant ladies. Oh, boy. Sorry, give me 1 second. All right. What do we got here? Again, we got whole pictures that look like cell phone photos, which I'm not a fan of. The only reason, literally the only reason that I took pictures from the upper deck right now, or like at this point of the concert, was because I was eating and I had food at my table. So I was shooting from my table. That is the only reason that I took pictures from up there, because I hate with a passion pictures of concerts that are from so far away without anything like special reasoning, because it makes it look like a cell phone picture. I can't stand it. Not to say you can't get good shots from this far back or from cell phones. I've seen fantastic shots from cell phones, but I can't stand how compressed everything looks, how there's no visual focus point. You know, I can't stand it. But I thought, you know what? I'm not going to, get anything cool if I don't try to take some shots from here. So I took some shots from there. And I thought about at least I'll get some, names of or at least I'll get the name of the venue up in here if I want to. But just not a fan. That's not bad, because at least there's kind of like some stuff going on. But okay, there we go. Finally off the top. This guy, it seemed like, I remember shooting in this concert, it seemed like every time I tried to get a picture of this man, I just realized I don't have my top light on. I was wondering why I looked so, like, not lit up. There we go, looks a little bit better. Every time I was trying to get pictures of this guitar player here, the light was always red. Like, every time. I don't know why, but it was always red when I was shooting pictures of this guitar player. Every freaking time. And I don't like him because there's not, like, there's no face. Like, he's not even facing me. I was shooting, like, really far from the side. I'm just not a fan of it. This is a classic. This is just a classic picture. Like, I'm just going to edit that one just for fun. Same thing with that one, because I can just copy the settings. Don't like any of these. This guy had so many funny faces I would just capture him in. Oh my goodness. It's the greatest part about going through concert photos, is just looking at people's funny faces. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh, it's too funny. Alright, I don't really like any of these photos though, to be honest. Other than the fact that they're funny, and I could turn them into like really funny memes. So I'm probably going to save this one too, just for the memes. Alright. But I don't like any of these because for some reason I was cutting off his guitar and I wasn't realizing it at the time, and it just doesn't look good. That's out of focus. That's in focus when it's got a nice light streak going on. By the way, big tip. Big tip. For all of you who have ever photographed concerts or ever want to photograph concerts, the lighting is always terrible. Always terrible. Whether it's the colors or whether it's the quality of lighting, it is always terrible. It is never how you want it. And the easiest way to get around it is to go to black and white. That's the easiest way to get around it, is go black and white, pump up the contrast a little bit. Like maybe like halfway. I mean, you want to go pretty heavy on it, but you don't want to go all the way up. But you want to go at least probably like halfway up. You want to add some clarity into it. You want to bring down like the super high exposed like whites of it. Bring down the shadows a little bit. Add some texture. You want to make it grungy. For rock photos anyway. You want to make it kind of grungy. A little bit of dehaze going on here. I mean, already that shot looks 20 times better just being in black and white. I have a guilty pleasure of shooting things in color at concerts and always transforming them to black and white. All of my favorite concert photos are black and white. It's just how it is. So most of the time what I'll do is I'll edit a photo in color and then I will copy it and make it black and white, and I'll edit it in black and white. 99% of the time I will prefer the black and white picture, which kind of sucks because it looks good in, well, now it doesn't because I changed all those like random settings. But I mean, it looks good in color, and it adds some nice, some nice colors to it. But you have to kind of pick and choose with your colors, which ones you keep, which ones you don't, because there are some that just like, some colors just really aren't flattering, and some colors don't really go together in a picture. In like on the stage, in person, they look great, but in a picture, they're just not that great looking. But I do like this shot. It's not a bad shot. Funny face, another funny face. But again, if you went to black and white, looks so much better. It's just this deep red vibe is throwing me off, and it makes him look sunburnt and purple. But if you do this, it looks so much better. Not a fan of the face though. Same thing, not a fan of the face. That's going to be a lot of pictures of him are going to be, I'm not a fan of the face he's making. I like this shot. I like this shot a lot. I like it a lot. Black and white. Yeah, I could do something really nice with this in color and in black and white, and I'm gonna 5-star that one. This is gonna be a killer shot when I get done with it. Not a fan of that one. Not a fan. Nope. Nope. That is a... What is this? Dude, looks like he just got done eating a lemon. Like, just... Alright. This dude was also... Every time I tried to get pictures of this guy, it was always in terrible lighting. Like, 95% of the concert, he was in terrible lighting. Just, oh my goodness gracious. That's not bad. And you see how much, like, how dark and, like, weird this seems in red and blue? Like, just this color. But then you go into black and white, and it looks so much better. It looks so much better in black and white. So I'm going to go ahead and give that one. He can't jump in puddles like that? I'm confused. Don't like it. I cut off the end of the guitar. Don't like it. Like, the only way I'll ever accept a picture like this where I cut off part of the instrument is when there's something really cool going on in the background, kind of like these lights or something shooting across here, but it has to be like really cool. And then what I'll do actually is I'll end up taking it and I'll actually cut off more of the guitar. Like, I'll cut off down like into the regular neck here. And that way it doesn't look like I was close to having the whole instrument in, but I didn't. At least now it looks like I just wasn't even close. So I don't have that, like, oh, it was almost in the picture, you know? That's the part that really annoys me, is that it was almost in the picture, but it's not. No. I know I have some better shots of this guitar player later on, or this bass player later on, so it's... I just want to wait for those, kind of. Not a fan. Nope. In fact, one of them's coming up here. Like, this one's kind of cool. I wish he wasn't blocking so much of his face. I wish I would have got it from a different angle. But this is pretty cool. I'm not sure what the heck he was doing, but I remember getting that shot and going, I can get that as long as I got the guitar in, and I literally, like, by the pixel, like, hit the end of that guitar. So, we'll see. But I 1-starred it. Don't like it. Don't like it. No. No. Nope. Nope. No. I could do something. I just don't like whatever the heck this is. If that's like a person's head or something like that. I'm not sure what this is. Bye, Nora. Thanks for stopping by. What the heck is that? Is it a scar? Oh, I didn't even realize that. I guess he has a scar on the bottom of his chin or something. Interesting. Although there it's kind of gone, but I guess it's lost in the shadows. The faces with him never cease to, like, just make me laugh. Like, what is this face? Really underexposed. That's not a bad one. I'm gonna give it a 1-star, even though I'm not really, like, super into it. There we go. See, these shots I like better of the guitar player because I can crop in on them. Like, bring this down. Something like that. There we go. That's better. Still not crazy about it, but it is what it is. I'm still in the develop module. I want to get the library module. Thank you. This drummer was even harder to get pictures of because he was even farther back. He was raised up a little bit, but it was just like he wasn't in the greatest. He wasn't in the greatest position either. This face here. So I started overexposing my pictures at a certain point because I realized that I could shoot through his hair and actually get in and see his eyes. So I actually started overexposing some. Like the rest of the pictures are a little too bright for me, but I wanted to actually be able to get in here and actually see his eyes in some of his shots, because it made the difference. Because if I was down exposed like way down here, like, I mean, you can still see it, but it's not as clear. So I wanted to be able to see that. And just some of his faces are just so funny. But I don't like that I can see like the whole crowd like in his way. But I know I have some more shots like that later on. You also never want to stay in one spot when you're shooting a concert too long. You want to kind of mix it up. That's not even in focus, I don't think. I like this shot, but it's not in focus, and that bothers me. Load. God, I hate this computer. Thank you. Yeah, it's out of focus. This one's not, though. But, of course, he's making a weird face. Oh, man. It's perfect. Absolutely flawless. When you hear someone say they don't like Dimash. That's what that is. Yeah, see, I was on the right side of the stage for way too long. Way too long. Excuse me, I'm sorry. This one's not bad. But I'm not really a huge fan of it either. Black and white. Come on. You can do it, computer. Eh. Kind of like this one. I'm not sure why I was tilted so much, though. Probably trying to crop something out of the photo in camera. Don't like any of those. Oh, I was so close to nailing that in there. Oh, that's so annoying. Because that's kind of a cool picture. I was close to getting that guitar in there. Keep it anyway, but... Oh yeah, by the way, he was wearing Heelys. For all of my people who know what Heelys are, he was actually wearing Heelys at the concert. You can see the hole in the bottom of the shoe even. They're like legitimate real Heelys. And I haven't seen those since I was like, I don't know, 13, 12, something like that. I thought that was really funny. Because they also don't even make those in big sizes. I kind of want that just because I can show people that he was wearing Heelys. Nope, not a fan, not a fan, not a fan. Nope. I think I was shooting back here for a very specific reason, and I knew that I wasn't going to get any good shots from there. I had to shoot from there for some reason, and I don't remember what it was. That was another annoying thing. There was this big bar of some kind. I'm not sure if this was what this was, but this was constantly in the way of me getting shots of this guitar player. All the time. But again, notice the light's red again. Every time I tried to take pictures of the guy, light's red. Because these are really cool shots, but I don't know what the heck this was. I don't remember, but it was just always in my way. And it really bugged me. Again, light's red again. Because of course it is. Light's red again. Eventually I just kind of started trying to take pictures that were capturing like his tattoos and his guitar. Kind of like this one. I like that one. That's pretty sick. Go to black and white. Yeah, you see how much better that looks in black and white versus red. Goodness gracious. Keep that one going. Are you going to do anything for your birthday live stream maybe? I mean, I could, yeah. It's coming up. Got what? Little under 3 weeks until my birthday, the 13th. So about 3 weeks. So I mean, I could do a live stream, like another Dimash live stream or something like that. I might do that. It's been a while. I like that shot too. I actually really like all three of those. I'm gonna go ahead and do that and take a pic of one of the three. Nope. I want to like that shot, but I also don't like it. In black and white, I like that shot. It looks weird in color. I like it in black and white, though. I know exactly what he was about to say there. I know the exact thing that was coming out of his mouth at that point. I really like the colors in that one. I like the colors in this. I'm going to try to do something with it, even though I'm not a fan of the fact of like how much away from me he's looking or whatever. It just, there's something about it I'm not a big fan of, but I love the colors in it. No. How does that look in black and white? Terrible. I'm going to do something with this one too. Because I like the way the blue is on his hand over here, the red's on his hand over here. I'm just going to make that a color shot, but I'm going to do something with it. At least I'm going to try to. Nope. Don't like it. No. Nope. It's not in focus. No. That's the other thing too, is sometimes you catch a shot in your eye or like in your mind. You like come up with a shot when you're shooting something and you want to shoot something else, and in concerts everything happens so quickly that you can't change your settings fast enough or else you'll miss something. So like here, because he's strumming the guitar, obviously his hand's moving pretty quickly. I need to like make my shutter speed faster in order to capture it still like I did here. Which I like the detail and like the ring that he's wearing. But sometimes you don't have the time to change your settings. Then you can't get the shot that you want, but you have to go for it anyway or else you're going to miss the opportunity. But I was trying to get a shot like this, which I ended up getting here. Where I got the whole guitar in the shot. I got nice tattoo and nice ring detail along with the guitar here, and you get the whole guitar back here with really nice colors. So I really like that one also. Same thing there. I like this one better though because the ring is more extended here. No. There we go. So now I switched again from a really zoomed in lens to a wide angle lens because I wanted to get, again, that more, wanted to get more of the stage and more of the atmosphere in a picture, not just a bunch of close-ups. And I really like this shot here. And I tried to get some from like a really low angle. So from here you get, kind of the size of the whole band. You get the nice roof line here. You get the Haute Spot signage in the background here, which should be coming into focus here in a minute. There we go. I mean, it's just a really cool low angle shot there. I try to get a couple of them, but the lighting, oh my goodness, the colors of the lighting in these shots were so good. And I took a ton of these. They were so good. Like I could do something with every single one of these photos. Every single one, except for this one, because he's all blown out by the spotlight. But like every single one of these was so good. This whole section here, it's so good. And I remember shooting. I shot this shot here, and then I shot this shot here, and I checked my camera screen, and I saw how well they came out, and then I just started taking a ton of these shots. I took a ton of them, and all of them were fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to literally go through and 1-star every single one of these shots, with the exception, I'm not going to do it on this one, because I don't like that harsh spotlight. And I'm not going to do it on this one. Don't like it there. I like it. Kind of the playful face there. Yeah. Pick a nice couple out of those. Again, the eyes. Yeah, just kind of look funny. Not really. I was trying to do the same thing from another angle, different song. Wasn't really a fan of any of these. Again, the lighting is just not good. Like the same lighting, same purple, same blue lighting here, but it's just from the different angle, it doesn't look nearly as good. No. I remember he saw me taking these pictures and holding my camera up. He was looking right at me for them. Too bad they're just bad photos. Another nice one. What does it look like in black and white? Too muddy? Probably. I'll still try to do something with that one. Every time that I tried to shoot pictures of this guy, it was, with the exception of these back here, or, well, the ones that I actually liked, with the exception of these, every single time that I tried to shoot pictures of this guitar player, it was always red. Every time. It never failed. He is bent over backwards over here. Goodness gracious, look at this man. He is perpendicular to the floor. I kind of like that one. I could do something with that one. Always red. Some variety in these photos would be so nice. Like if I could get these same photos, but with like green lighting or, just a spotlight or something. Like it'd be kind of cool. I like this shot. I could do something with that one too. What does that look like in black and white? I don't like it. I could do something with this though, because I love just how the light's like highlighting his hairline and like the shoulders and everything. It's a nice silhouette style shot with a nice little back. I'm not sure why this was all bright back here, but he was in a nice little silhouette spot here, and I'm sure I could do something kind of cool with that. I really like that shot, so I'll do something with that one. Not a fan of any of those. That's not even in focus, so that sucks. I thought I at least would have gotten some focus on these. Come on. Let me see at least how out of focus it is. I mean, that's not dreadful, but can't do anything with it. Nope. Here we go. Kind of an interesting shot. You could like never see this dude's entire face. He was always flipping his hair all over the place. Not a bad shot though. Could work with some cropping on that. No. Nope. 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 There. That's a nice shot there. Who be texting me or messaging me or something? Oh, snap. That's good. One of my friend's cars got hit the other week, and then he got a rental car while his car is he got his car hit, and then when his car was going through the insurance process, he got a rental car, and then his rental car got stolen. So huh. That's funny. So they stole his car. Anyway, like what I was going to say was they just found the guy who stole the car, and they arrested him. And the car has 0 damage on it, but it needs a new key made. But the car has 0 damage on it, and they actually put in speakers in the car. Like, they put speakers into the rental car. I guess, you know, to make it cooler for them or their friends or something like that, whatever they were doing. They put speakers into the car, and then they got arrested. So now he's getting the rental car back, and it has free speakers in it. So I told him to take the speakers out before he gives it back to the rental company. That's hilarious. That's what you get, you stupid thief idiot. So hopefully he sits in prison for a while. That'd be kind of cool. Load. It's out of focus. Darn it. Look at that face. Me when I stub my toe in the middle of the night. No, what happened? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from? Where'd you go, Cotton Eye Joe? There you are. I might try to do something with that. It's all kinds of like blurry because he was moving so dang fast, but I might try to just make something out of it. At least you can see his full face. Yeah, exactly. I kind of like this shot too, but it's not in focus, which is kind of crappy. There we go. That's the picture I was thinking of. I knew there was a picture where I had his foot up like that, and I was like, I need to find it. That's a sick picture. I could do some really cool stuff with that picture, I think. But that's like total grunge band, like grunge band shot right there. And I'm not gonna, I like it more in black and white than I thought, but I like the pink with this lime green here. I like that color combo. Looks like a watermelon. But I really like that picture there. I remember taking this picture and seeing that foot up with the guitar and everything, and I was like, that's gonna be a sick picture. I wish I would have gotten the entire guitar again, as I always do, but I wish I would have got the entire guitar, and I wish in general the picture was more unlock the aspect ratio here. I wish the left side of the picture over here was more like right here. And then I wish the right side of the picture, you know, would come out to kind of like where this blank space ends over here. I wish it was more centered than it is, because I don't like that I just have the lead singer up here kind of like standing there in the spotlight up there. So what I'll probably do when I go edit this picture is I'll probably end up taking like a darkening, like an exposure brush up here, and I'll probably darken the lead singer. You can't really even see it because of the let me see if I can I zoom out more? No, that's in more. I want, no, I can't really zoom out more. Yeah, I can. I'll do it this way. See how the lead singer up there in the left is kind of bright. This is what it looks like originally, and it kind of like steals your eye up there. But I think I might darken it, and I'll do it a lot cleaner than this. But I'll probably darken it, take the highlights down, take the whites down up there, and just lower the clarity on it, lower the texture on it. That way it just kind of like gets rid of that distraction up in that top corner there. But I'll do it a lot cleaner than that when I actually go ahead and do it. But just some insight as to what my mind is going through. But I do like that picture. What's my buddy saying now? Alright, keep going. That's not a bad picture either. Just needs some crop. Just needs a little bit of... Okay, so I need, first of all, go back. Lock that aspect ratio again. It needs a little bit of like right there. That's what that shot needed. Another good shot. Nope. 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 Is this where he went like upside down with the microphone? There's one part where it is. Look at this. I literally get his head through his arm. Like, I'm not sure what this was, but I got a couple of shots of him like just in this weird, whatever the heck this is, position. I don't know what the heck he was doing, but I remember seeing that, and I was like, I can frame his face right in this little hole. So I did. I was like, maybe those shots will turn into something. But I don't know why he did that. Maybe I could turn something into that, or do something with that. I kind of like this shot. See if I can do something with it. Not a fan, not a fan. I don't know what he was doing. Was it this one? At least that has the lights in the background. I might just do something with that for craps. But it's like the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it. Also very out of focus. Would have been a lot cooler of a shot if I was on the other side of the stage where the guitar wasn't blocking his face. It's kind of a cool, like, anonymous shot. Not really anything, like, super good about it, but... No, out of focus because I was tooting. That is a word to mess up. I was shooting too quickly. I was not tooting too quickly. Are you in focus? I wanted to go to 2:1, thank you. Or 1:1. Yeah, I don't remember. Of course you will, Joanna. Yeah, not a fan of these. Is this in focus? Or is this not in focus? If this is in focus, I'll crop in on it. It's not. I'll still try it anyway, see what it looks like. Go away. You didn't see anything. Stop with the unlocked aspect ratio. No. Doesn't really work. Unless I can add some crazy clarity to like kind of make that seem like it's more in focus. It doesn't really work. You're such a goober. Give it a 1 anyway. What was I doing here? Oh, it just focused on these front. Okay. Perfect shot right here. This is flawless photography. You're getting an insight at the best photographer you've ever seen. Just completely dark. And here's another case of you don't have time to change your settings, because things happen so quickly. This probably happened within about 5 seconds. This was right at the last second of this song here, and then the lights went out. Right? Didn't change any settings, but because there's not, all this extra light, he's really dark. And he ended up kind of just standing there, which looks cool. It looks cool. Like, I could do some really cool stuff with this. Like, I could do some really cool stuff with this to make it look really grungy and dirty and just, look really good. But then he saw me right here. You can't really tell. But he's looking directly at me. Because, they know that you're taking photos. They're not dumb, right? Musicians know you're taking photos. So he looked right at me and then decided to strike a pose and just kind of like twist his body a little bit and just do like a little like weird duck face goofy thing at me. But because I didn't adjust my settings, it's way underexposed. But you can see right here, this is what he was doing. Looking directly at me and just giving me like this really funny little pose. Which I was like laughing really hard at because it was the way that he did it when he did it. I was laughing really hard because it was just a really funny pose, but the settings were all wrong, and it just came out of the camera like that because I didn't have time to change them. It's a very instantaneous, in the moment kind of thing, and you don't always have time to change your settings, but. These here, like, I can make these look really good, so I will. But it was just really frustrating knowing that I had that opportunity to get, like, a really kind of cool, like, personalized shot like that. And then just had it ruined by my camera settings. Because no matter what I do to this picture, it's not gonna... There's not enough detail to really bring that out and actually have it look good. Like, unless I go absolutely insane with the noise reduction here. And it's going to have to be absolutely insane. But then it just makes the picture look so dang soft. Sharpen the edges, maybe. Go really crazy on the edges. Sharpen them. Transfer it to black and white so it doesn't look as muted. Hit the contrast a little bit. Bring the highlights down. Yeah, see, it's too much contrast between the left side of his face and the right side of his face that I just can't. The only way I'll be able to do this, if I bring this up, well, if I bring this up a little bit more, something like this, and I come in here with a brush and lower the highlight on the left side of his head and on like his arm, but not that much. So frustrating. So frustrating. Oops, not what I wanted. Go in here. We'll use this brush to brighten up. Yeah, look at that, just white. You just can't do much here and make it look good. It just looks too washed out and too kind of, yeah. Just doesn't look good. It's funny. It's a funny shot if I would have got it like looking legitimately good, but I didn't. So frustrating. Oh well. Just skip it, move on. I got plenty of others that'll look just as good or just better. That would have been a cool shot to get if it was in focus, but guess what? It's not. Kind of a cool shot there. He had a very expressive personality. Again, I think I was up here at my table eating at this shot, or at these shots. I think I was eating at my table because I was hungry. All of a sudden, he's not crazy flinging my hair around everywhere, man. Might be able to do something with this one. I don't really like the angle that I was at. I was pretty far behind the side of the stage here, but I'll see what I can do. He looks like he's just staring off into space. Excuse me. Don't mean to keep yawning. There's a good shot. This was another one where I caught him looking right at me. Every now and then you will catch the artist looking directly at the camera. When you do, you gotta like try your hardest to actually absolutely nail the focus and the shot, or else you'll miss it. Like I did with my other one, and it ruined the whole dang thing. There we go. That's a good shot. I can do a lot with this. Got the sweat on his chin there. You got the sweat on the microphone. Dude needs some nail skin treatment there. But you know, you got good detail. You got the eyes through the hair, which is really cool. What does it look like in black and white? Looks good in both color and black and white just because of the color profile. I will bring the highlights down just a wee bit because his face is a little blown out there. But bring those down. Bring the shadows up. And that'll give me the same eye through the hairline thing without it being so unbelievably white. So I will definitely do something with that shot. Was it that shot I said I liked? I think I like this shot more. So I got those two. really good. Oh, this was when he was playing the guitar with a Heineken bottle. He was using the bottle because he didn't have a slide. So he was improvising with a Heineken bottle to play the guitar as a slide, which I thought was pretty funny. So I took some pictures of that real quick. I didn't notice it until he was almost done doing it, though. So... Again, I was up with the exposure here, so I could see the eyes through the hairline. Trying to get a good picture. Oh, we have a really funny face coming up. I already know it. I remember this face. We have a really funny face coming up. Bring those highlights down. Bring those shadows up a little bit. Contrast. Overall exposure just down a little bit. Do something with that one too. But oh man, every time I see this picture, I've seen it a couple times now. Every time I see this picture, I just think of one of these disgusting creatures. We're gonna go with the less disgusting version, and we'll just go with the cute animated version. But every time I see this picture, I just think of this. One of these. That's not what it's not what I actually think of, but the real version of that is what I actually think of. I like how I said that I was going to be darn it, hold on. There we go. I like how I said it was going to take me like 30 minutes to go through all these photos, and it's been like an hour and a half. But it's just so funny. Oh man. Not flattering faces. Is that in focus? I don't like his face in this shot, but I kind of like the overall feel of the shot. Because one, I like the lighting of it, and two, it's a different side of him that he hasn't shown in most of his pictures, or most of his faces. So I kind of like that. I kind of like that shot that I took. That he looks like he's in the middle of a cough there. He looks like that cat, the coughing cat meme in that picture. No. Is he in focus? Yes, no, maybe so? Yeah, he is, actually. Surprising. Do something with that. Didn't get the whole guitar in the picture. Fantastic. There, I did. Whoa, man. Can you believe that we're actually playing a concert? Oh, my God. He looks high. He probably is. It's kind of a funny picture, though. I kind of like that one because he's laughing. All right, let's see here. Keep going. Nope. That's a good... ooh. Why is there editing done to this? I did editing to this. Oh, this is the thumbnail. That's why. I just did a very, very quick edit. It looks terrible, but I did a very, very quick edit of this just for the thumbnail of this, video. I do like this shot, though, but I need to do a much better edit than this. I literally took, like, not even 20 seconds to edit this picture. And I just said, screw it, that's going to be the thumbnail for this live stream. So that's why it's edited. But it actually looks like this originally. Need some lens corrections on there though. There we go. Really cool picture though. Really good picture. I love the light burst in the background of his face. I love the colors. Just really nice. That's a cool one. I like this one because of the Haute Spot name in the background. He's, you know, in the middle of screaming or whatever he's doing. I don't really like the position in that one. I like the position in this one. Keep going. Nope, nope. Whoa! That's kind of a cool picture. You got both of them playing the guitar. He's got this funny little face on. He's got a funny face, Haute Spot in the background. That's cool. I remember this is when they were doing like a little guitar, not battle, but they were, you know, both going crazy on the, he was on the guitar, he was on the bass guitar. And they were just having like a little jam session in the middle of one of their songs. And I remember getting these, thinking like I could do something with this because they'll both be in front of the Haute Spot, you know, name and everything. So okay, this music is like way too peaceful. I don't need that music. I need like some. Need some of this. There we go. Good old synth wave. Alright, let's get back here. That's a good shot. I love he's like so shocked. He's like, whoa, you're playing the bass guitar. Wow. Another good shot. I don't like that he moved his head in front of the Haute Spot thing, though. The faces are just too good. There's a good one. Normal face smiling, both playing Haute Spot. Perfect. And again, that's right before his guitar got cut off too, because in the frame and then out of the frame. In the frame again, he's making an even funnier face this time, so I gotta save that one. And I should be able to mostly copy the settings in all these pictures here. But this is how you end up with, you know, 800 pictures when you're shooting concerts. Because you just kind of like shoot in bursts in these moments and try to capture the moments. I think I got enough of those though. That's a good shot. Him just kind of relaxing. Same with one of those too. Another good one. Again, looking at me. Not really a fan of any of those, though. Yeah, not a fan. Not enough going on. Not enough going on. Those were all super bright. I must have had like strobe light coming in my, not strobe, a spotlight coming in my camera lens there. There's a shot, like, it might be this one, where I thought, again, like, maybe I could do something cool with it. I'll do something with this one, yeah. This one I can do. This one isn't too far overexposed where it's all just pure white. So I'll definitely do something with this one. Probably similar to the one of the first lady that I took a picture of where I said it was like way overexposed, but I really loved it. I might do something similar with this shot here, but we'll have to find out and see. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Some of the only shots I got of the guitar player without red lighting. Unfortunately, I don't really like any of them. His guitar is like cracking under here. Look at that. That's crazy. Do not throw. That's cool. I might even like bring in a shot, something like that, where I kind of just make it a big close-up shot of that sticker or something like that too. It'd be kind of cool. Another funny face. Another funny face. Oh my goodness. How does he do this? Go to 1 to 2. Oh, it's too funny, man. Absolutely, it's just too funny. Is he actually in focus here? Okay, he is in focus here. I'll do something with that one. Because the funny face when he's not actually in focus. He looks like he's about to actually lick the microphone in this picture. Save them all. Oh, they're all being saved. I'm just saying, like, I'm actually going to rate that one. I guess that should be the word I'm using, not save. I'm going to rate that. This one just needs a bunch of contrast for those whites and those highs to come down. And those shadows to come down, blacks to come down, clarity up, dehaze. Already a much better shot. Not really like a super fan of it, but that's all it needs. Again, not really a fan of any of these either. Nothing too special. Kind of cool, kind of abstract. I kind of like that one. That's a nice shot of him. Nice soft lighting. Dave Grohl. I know that name. Where do I know that name from? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I know him. And yes, he does kind of look like him at times. A much younger version. But yeah, he very much does. There are definitely similarities there. Yeah. As soon as I looked him up, I remembered who he was. I just never, like... I don't know a whole lot of names of, like, people in bands. I just know, like, oh, that guy is this band's lead singer. That guy's this band's drummer. You know, stuff like that. Kind of a cool shot. Might be able to do something with it. There's another funny face. That's like when you hear a sound in the middle of the night and then you get up and you turn on your light in your bedroom and realize that sound was your pet throwing up. That's what this face is. When you gotta clean up pet puke in the middle of the night. When your mom won't get you the toy you want from the store. Mom, why? That's literally this picture. That's why. That's exactly what I came up with right before you typed that. Oh, it's funny. Man, if I would have nailed focus on him rather than the microphone right here, that would have been a really good shot. Well, as I say that, I go to the next shot and it's a lot closer of focus. Is this actually in focus? A little blurry up here. A little blurry, so he must have just been moving. I'm gonna save it anyway. I'm gonna save this shot anyway. Well, I'm gonna rate this shot anyway. No, nope. Nope. No. No. That is just all of the light in the camera lens. No, that's when his fan threw up a scarf on stage and he just decided to wrap it around his neck. Oh, and this is when so coming up here, this girl here, let me just brighten this up here. This girl here had this bright pink cowboy hat on, and in the middle of the concert, she interrupts. It was in between songs. She didn't do it like in the middle of a song, but in between songs, she basically said like, "Oh, I have to get a picture with you," and blah 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 or something or other. And so he ended up roasting her like right in the middle of the concert, and just like absolutely roasted her, and then felt bad for it like a few minutes later, and then ended up taking pictures with her. But this was the bass guitarist and him laughing at like what they had just said, and we're just kind of like, you know, just being goofballs. So that's kind of a cool one of those, you know, things where you just want to get the moment, you know. So I was able to get the moment there. Didn't have time to change the settings when he went over to get this picture, because I had to physically move from where I was in order to get this picture. So, because I was to the right of this lady even holding her phone, and I had to move way over here in order to get the picture. So I moved way over, but I didn't have time to change my settings. So I just took them and just kind of like hoped that it would be enough where I could pull it back. I mean, I can definitely get some, I can definitely get detail out of this, so this will be fine. So we'll bring these all up to figure out which one's the best. And then I'll make my decision from there. So, don't like that one, don't like that one. This is the best one here, before she's making her weird laughing face. So I'm going to save that one. None of the other ones are worth it. Alright, go back to library. Alright. Don't like it. Another good photo. With his crazy eyes and such. Save both of them. Another just psycho face. Again. Kind of a good photo. Like, all of these are good photos here, but just I already have like a lot of them, you know, so I don't really need another one. I like this one too. You get the nice guitar. He's in action. He's got his mouth open, like you can tell he's actually like into what he's doing right there. I like the light kind of like comes down into the guitar and through the guitar, so I like the angle of that one. Oh my goodness. Mocha, really? Must you? Stupid dog. Mocha. Stop it. Okay. Getting to the end here. I think here I was just going for some detail shots. This once again not bad. Kind of a cool shot with the lighting across the face. Can't see anything, can't see anything. It's like the first good shot I got out of that guitar player. Again, if this was in focus, it'd be kind of cool, but it's not. When your dog gets up on the couch, so you go over to sit by it, and then your dog just immediately gets down from the couch and walks away. That face. The faces are too good. Alright, and then there were these people here that had their homemade masks of some sorts. So I'll figure out something to do with that also. But that's the end. So how many of those do I got? How many pictures do we have here rated? 114 of 777. So 1/7 of my pictures are usable. 1/7. And I'll probably end up with, I don't know, maybe half of those. Something like that. So that's a really, really, really good turnout for one show. Getting about, I'm going to say a solid 60 to 70 pictures that are going to come out of this set here. But I want to go back to, where's that like really beautiful one that I love so much? Gosh, I like that picture. I don't understand why. I just really, really like it. I really love this photo, just the way that it feels. Love that one, and I love... I love that one. Another really good one there. And then just all of these. All of those are great. Another good one. This is probably my favorite picture, like favorite legitimate picture of the lead singer of this band that I have. Just because I love the action shot, I love where the lighting is. I'll just have to take my time and edit it like correctly, but we'll see. All right. Yeah, see, I don't like that because I cut off the edge of the guitar. So I'm gonna go back to 0 on that one. This one's a dead winner for her. I really like this picture. Give me 1 second though. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna go get a drink really quick and I'll be right back. 1 second. Go lay down. I'll lay down. Come on. Go over there. Lay down. Good girl. All right. Orange vanilla Coke. As I do. There we go. All right, Joanna, you're the only viewer left. Congratulations. All right, so let's see here. What do I want to do with these? Let's do some contrast. We're going to do some very basic. A lot of these concert photos don't really need a whole lot of editing, which is really nice. Lay down. Or just sit there looking all cute. Get this a little wider. Hi. Come here. Come here. Man, it is coming down outside. It is raining super hard now. Goodness gracious. Alright. Number one supporter. You know it, girl. Alright. My goodness, that stuff's good. Alright. So highlights. I'd actually kind of prefer to blow those out a little bit. Although not really on her guitar. I want her guitar to come down. I'll work on that though. Shadows. Gonna bring those down for sure. Actually, I'm gonna bump the whites up. I'm gonna bring the highlights down. That's what I'm gonna do. Bump the blacks back down a little bit too. There we go. Take some texture away. Bump the clarity up. I'm gonna have to come over this guitar neck with a brush. Dehaze it a little bit. Vibrance up, saturation down a little bit. But what I don't want is, we're gonna go into the colors. I really don't like the pink on her face very much. So I'm gonna try to dial that down. And the purples a little bit. Doesn't need to be a lot, just enough to make it not so super saturated. And I'm gonna bump up the yellows because there's some yellows and greens and such and aquas in this guitar here. So I'm gonna bump that up, and then I'm gonna come in here and I'm going to take the exposure on the guitar neck down. Just kind of paint this in sloppy for now. Try to skip over the mic stand. I don't know why that took me like 9 years to get out of my mouth. That's what she said. Okay, so bring that down. Not that far. Mainly just the highlights. But I want to bring up the clarity, not the clarity, the saturation. Bring up some of the texture in there. Brighten it back up. There we go. Just to bring a little bit of detail back in the guitar. Up the volume on this music a little bit. Alright. So the other thing that's distracting me is, as much as I love these little like lights through the leaves over here, they look like hair on a screen or hair on a lens to me, so I'm going to take those out real quick. Although now I got this gnarly looking thing here. There we go. And then we'll just bring this back up. Because now there's a big black spot there. There we go. Yeah, this is a really nice shot here. I agree with you. Other than that, I mean, there's not really a whole ton that I'm going to do to this shot other than that. Kind of just go around the edges here. Bring up the sharpening. How much noise reduction does this need? I got to go 2:1. Doesn't even need that much noise reduction, but I'm going to put some in anyway. Like 10. Yeah, something like that. I'd love to go into Photoshop and take out all of these like smudges on her screen, but that'd be a pain in the butt. So I probably won't do that. And then I'll just bring in a little bit of vignetting. Not too much. There we go. This is her middle finger. Right there. Her first finger ends like right there, it looks like. So it's just because it's her middle finger and it's raised. But yeah, it's a very long middle finger. She's actually very tall. She doesn't really look like it in any of these pictures, but I think she's like 6'2", so she's my height, if not like this much taller than me. She's very tall. All right, that's a pretty solid photo. I'm happy with that. Not really much else I'm gonna do. Not split toning. If I wanted to, I could like kind of change some of the lighting hues and make it more, not that aggressive, darn it. Make it a little bit more teal rather than blue, or I can make it a little bit more like purple. I might make it just like ever so slightly more teal. The yellow I might make a little bit more green. Something like that. Not really much else to do. I kind of like it the way that it is, to be honest. Just darken that up a little bit. Perfect. I think that one's good. So move on from there. Then we'll head to this shot, which do I like this one? Not, I don't like it nearly as much. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove that one. This one doesn't need a whole lot. Add some contrast. Dehaze a little bit. I gotta add some texture to fake like it's actually in focus a little bit more. Because it's really not in focus, to be honest, and it's kind of disappointing. I may have to kind of forfeit this one or just not like really try too much. On anything but a big computer screen, it'll look fine. But music's a bit loud. There. How about that? I think that's about where I had it before. There was just one song in there that was like really quiet, and I don't like working in silence, so. Something cool drove by. Bring the blacks down. Cool. You just got like a massive pregnancy stomach right here. I just noticed that. I'm gonna go ahead and... Can we please lock the aspect ratio? My goodness. I'm gonna go ahead and bring that down. Out of the photo. That way it's not distracting to me. which actually already improved the photo. I'm not going to lie. Go in here. And go ahead and add some sharpening just around the edges. Nothing too much. Luminance, we're going to bring down the noise reduction. Bring up the noise reduction, I should say. Bring down the noise. Add a little bit of a vignette. Not much. And that's honestly about as good as that photo's going to get. It's not a great photo. But I'll keep it. I'll at least give that. This is when I go through and I actually give it like legitimate ratings. So I'll at least give it like a 3. It's not terrible, but it's just not in focus where it should be. My goodness, just all of this dead space here is so annoying to me. But like, it's such a good, it's a good shot. It's just not that great. See what I can do with it. If I can't save anything, if I can't make it look like super duper good, then I'll just let it go. I'm not really worried about it. What if I just drop the shadows over there and kind of make this look like it's just so far in the background that it kind of takes away from the photo? Down the clarity a little bit. Dehaze slightly. Black and white. Don't like that. Yeah, I'm not really I mean, I could make it horizontal, but I don't like I don't like square photos. And it's not good enough to do this with and make it into a horizontal. I don't know. I'm just not. It's not bad. It probably works a little bit better horizontal than it does vertically. But it's just not. The shot's not anything special. And I think that's where I'm getting hung up on it. Just because it's not like a... It's not a super great photo to begin with. It's not bad. I know I've said that like 900 times now, but... I think that does improve it now that I look at it. I think you're right. I think it does improve it, but... Still not crazy about it. Give it a 3. It could still use some more editing, but I'm not really into it too much. Maybe I'll come in here and just bring down the purples a little bit. That helps. Something like that. Just save that. Good stuff. Next. Alright, let's work with this. Black and white does not work. So we're going to go for a silhouette, very moody shot here. And yes, I did notice she was covering the nail. That's particularly why, because I remember staring at this photo for a while. That is particularly why I hadn't realized that she didn't have nail polish on her index finger. Was because I was so used to looking at that photo. This is another one of those where I was like, I like the picture, just not sure if what I want to do with it's actually going to work. So we're just going to have to see. And I'm not really sure, honestly, what I want to do with it. It's just kind of one of those things. I just had the... Okay, we're going to bring the black down a little bit. I wish there was a way... Not the vibrance. I want to bring the vibrance down, bring the saturation up. Let's go here and let's do... let's go to the luminance. Purple. Bring that up. I want it to look like she's kind of glowing. This kind of the mood that I'm going for here. And to have it to where it looks like she's kind of glowing would be kind of cool. And then I'm going to go ahead and here, and specifically talking about her hair. I really want to kind of have it look like she's glowing, but then take down the brightness on everything else, which I'll do with a brush, which I'll probably just do now. I'm going to go extreme at first, so it's going to look really stupid, but I just want to kind of get it how I want it to look. And then we're going to bring this back up. We'll bring the shadows down. Bring the blacks down. Bring the highlights up a little bit. And I'm fully aware that this is like 100% my own style right now. Stupid aspect ratio. Bring that down. Bring this up. I don't know, there's something about that I kind of like. That's kind of like the vibe that I was going for, but I don't want to... Let me come into her face here and bring down the saturation here. Exposure back to normal. Saturation down. Give it a little bit. There we go. Oh, I like it. I'm going to leave it like that. Give it a 3. A little experimental. It's not the greatest of shots. I just like it. Alright, now back to an actual decent shot. I'm going to take this whole thing out in post in Photoshop. We're going to go ahead and bring down... I need to bring down the saturation on her face. This is way too pink. There. Much better. Alright, so clarity up. Or contrast up. Highlights up. Shadows. The shot doesn't really need a lot, which is good. I'm actually going to take the texture down on this shot. Clarity up. Dehaze a little bit. Bump up that color. Go back here, back to this brush, take it down a little bit again. There we go. Simple, short, sweet, to the point. Nothing too crazy. Effects. Bring that vignette in a little bit. Solid shot. 4. I should be able to copy the settings from these 3. These might turn out a little bit bright, but I can just back it back down. Look a little too pink too. Not what I wanted. Yeah. I'm not feeling either of these shots anymore. 0, 0. Not even sure why I saved this shot. I don't like it. What can I bring out of it? What can I produce from you? Saturation, a little bit. Vibrance, a little bit. This is going to be a mediocre shot, but somebody will like it. Just not me. Someone's going to like it. Yeah, that's about as much work as I'm wanting to put in on that. Just really couldn't really care that much. Give it a 2. Make it black and white. Yeah. Let me do a virtual copy of it. Black and white. Increase that contrast up there, like get that really cranking. Maybe it's just like the framing that I don't like. I hate that stupid lock. What if I bring it to like right here? Like right here. What if I bring it down? Then increase the clarity again. That contrast is just 100% contrast is kind of working on this shot, to be honest. I'm losing a little bit of detail in the hair, so I'm going to bring that back. Yeah, I think that was the right call. Good recommendation. I like that a lot better. Give that one a 3. I'm still not crazy about the far away shot of it, but I like the overall feel of it in black and white now that I've done that. So thanks for the suggestion. Let's bring that down even more. And up even more. There we go. That's better. Contrast. Another good one in black and white that we're going to have here, so I'll go ahead and make it a virtual copy. Again. Do a black and white one there. Go back and edit the color one first. Highlights, leave those up a little bit. Shadows down, whites up, blacks down. Bring that texture up and the clarity. I honestly like it a little bit softer. Yeah, I like this one a little bit softer. Usually I'll go for more of a, a clear look, something like that. But I think I'm actually going to soften this one up and let it blow out naturally a little bit. Something like right about there, maybe. Yeah. Give it like a nice soft look. Then we'll go in here. Not the saturation, I wanted the hue. I think I might go a little bit more purple. A little more purple, a little more teal, a little bit more purple, a little bit more teal. I'll go a little more teal. And then luminance, we'll drop that down. We'll drop it up, drop it down, bring it up, bring it up. Bring this down. There we go. Sounds about right. Always nice just to add a little bit of a vignette on there. Too much. All right. Set that one to a 4. I think that's a solid 4. So now let's go in here. Now this one, with it being black and white and not as blue and kind of like angelic looking, I might crank the contrast on this one. Dehaze it a little bit. We'll decrease the texture. Increase the haze, but increase the contrast. Shadows down, highlights up. White's up a little, white's down slightly, black's down. Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. Yeah, I like that. Same photo, 2 completely different feels. I think I prefer the black and white one, but I like the color one as well. Could be another good one in black and white. Yeah, don't like that as much. I think the black and white's going to work better here. You love the black and white, so do I. I always try to do my best to edit the color pictures before going to black and white if I think it's worth it, because if I go to black and white and then try to edit the color one, it just looks all wrong to me. But notice how here, like when you have it all blue like this, it doesn't, like she doesn't stand out like it's like a 3D picture as much as when it's in black and white. She looks so much more distant from the background, and I just think that's so cool. I'm going to take the texture down because I don't like all of the... Well, yeah, I don't like all of the like bumps on her face in that shot. Bring the clarity up a little bit. Not too much. I think Jesse's playing guitar. Or he's listening to something with guitar. Is he playing guitar or is he listening to guitar? I think he's playing guitar. Had a little bit of white back in her face. pick the blacks up a little bit because I kind of darkened it up a little bit too much. I'm going to bring the exposure up just a tad. Something like that. We're going to take this big piece of crap out of here. There we go. And then try my best to take this out of here without getting the mic stand. Gotta match up the tree branch in the background. There's a little annoying white spot down there, so I gotta take that out. Will you just stop being fucking annoying? Who is messaging me? Oh, Tim. This would be so much easier in Photoshop, but am I doing it in Photoshop? No. Why? Alright, you know what? Oops, not what I wanted. We're going to clone, because I can't stand having this in here. So it'll be annoying looking, but then I can go in here with a heel and then go over with a heel brush. And then it'll be fine. There we go. About as good as I'm going to get there. I really should just do this in Photoshop, but I really don't want to export it, go into Photoshop just for that. That'll be so annoying. Yeah, that's good enough. I also really don't like whatever the heck this big white thing is behind her back. But not sure if I'll be able to do much about that in here. I might be able to. Move a little farther out. Yeah, good enough. It's fine. It's fine. It's not fine. I lie to myself. It's not okay. Then we'll go here. Sure. That's better. All right. Give that a 4. He looks so depressed. Shh. No one will notice. I mean, can you look any more lifeless? Like, is it possible? Just like he just like literally. I don't know. I don't even feel like I can edit this. I feel like it's actually like shot perfectly. Like, it's probably like one of the most natural looking shots I've ever taken. Like, there's not even like much to edit here. It's just kind of that's kind of it. It's not even a bad shot. It's just he looks super depressed. Damn, there you go. 3 out of 5. Again. But I think what I'll do is I'll probably just copy the settings here. They didn't really do much. And I think they'll all look pretty okay. Decent. Yeah. Not much else going there. There we go. Bump up the clarity on those. It'll help. Maybe add some texture to it also. Ever so slightly raise the exposure on this one. Or lower it. I'll lower it. Alright. Yeah. Good enough. I'm thinking about giving up music and going off the grid too. I don't blame him. Again, here I don't like how much dead space is there over here. I don't like how much dead space there is over here. But this one's fine. Go ahead and give her the whole contrast. Black and white. Let's see, I like the purple and blue in this one. Bring up the vibrance a little bit. Clarity, less texture. In fact, the least amount of texture. They're actually, my buddy that works there is really excited to see my pictures, and there might be a possibility of them hiring me to actually shoot most of their shows, which would be really cool to do. Because as it is right now, I can basically shoot whatever I want, but it would be kind of cool to be paid to actually do it. I just did this because I thought it'd be fun, and because I wanted some more concert stuff, and it would get me ins with them if they wanted to have me actually photograph stuff. I could be like, yeah, look, this is what I did. So that'd be kind of cool. I'm feeling like I'm going to brighten this up like this, but I'm going to go in with a brush and darken up her face a little bit. Maybe not quite that much, but I will bring the highlights back down. And I will add a little bit of clarity up here. Not that much. Yeah, there we go. The Apple logo was annoying me on the computer, so I'm going to stupid aspect ratio. I'm gonna bring in the picture a little bit here. Like that. I'm gonna give that a solid 4. Hi, Mocha. Are you coming to say hi? What are you looking at? She was getting restless, I could tell. Yes, she is. Alright, so... yeah, see, this doesn't work as a vertical either, because it's just too much going on. It would work as a square, but I don't want to do a square, and it doesn't really work like this. As much as I enjoy the shot, it doesn't really work. So I'm going to go ahead and say no to that one. Love that shot. It's alright. I'll actually try to make this one not look like uber duper pastel. Up that saturation, dehaze it quite a bit. Clarity. I mean, I could. I just don't really feel like going through all that to... Yeah, I don't really feel like putting in all the work in that photo. I'm not really a fan of it, honestly. This one works better as a black and white, but I need to bring down the texture on it because I don't like it on her face. Not that much, though. I didn't erase it, I just took the star off of it, so I still have it. I'm not a fan of this photo either. Just something about it I'm not like a super big fan of. It's not bad, but it's just not that fantastic either. What happens if I warm this up? I wonder if it's possible enough for me to warm this up so much that it actually makes her look normal. Like, can I actually white balance her face? I can't add enough yellow light to this photo to actually make it look normal. That's kind of funny. Ooh, that's pretty. I like the colors there. I'm gonna bring it in just a little bit here. There we go. I like that. Just needed that tonality change to it. I'm gonna give it a 3. Alright, the lone picture of this man that's not like abysmal. Let's see what I can do. Black and white. It might be a black and white shot. There we go. Add a little bit more blue back into it, but not a lot. Texture, clarity, dehaze, not that much dehaze, vibrance, blacks down, shadows up. Let me just raise up the exposure a bit. Vignette, not that detail. Masking. Yeah, I like the purples in it as well. Need to add more texture into it to kind of like fake that there's really focus here, because I didn't really nail focus on his face. So I need to like add, because if I take all the texture away, it's kind of out of focus. So I need to like add in texture to kind of fake that I have focus. Just a little bit. Which just gets me pregnant lady butt over here now that I realize that again. But oh well. It is what it is. 3. Just to at least get a picture of the guy. Alright, back to Mr. Captain Depressed here. But at least it says Hot Spot back there. Black and white for sure on this one. The blue, I love the blue and the purple contrast, but it's such a harsh contrast. Like there's so much purple and there's so much blue that there'd be no way for me to edit that to where it would look good. So I'm gonna go black and white on this one. I'm gonna raise up the exposure, up that contrast like a ton. Not that much. My God, he is sad. Yes, he is. Apparently. Texture, clarity. Not that much clarity. I like the dark look to it. There we go. This guy just has the sound of silence playing in his head 24/7. Just hello darkness, my old friend, the entire day. That's all that picture needs, just black and white and mood. Because that's all his life apparently is just black and white and mood. A little bit of a vignette, can't even tell. 4. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I never left. My life is sad. Bring this down and over a little bit here. Like that. Take this red light out because that's going to bother the crap out of me. Okay. Again, I'm feeling the color on this one because it's nice tones on her face. Nice kind of like cool teal tone to the environment. I like her guitar. I think this one can work nicely. I'm gonna darken it up. Whites, blacks. There we go. Clarity up, texture down. Dehaze. The light does match her eyeshadow, yeah. Eyeshadow is a little bit more blue than the light is, but the overall feel of it definitely matches her eyeshadow for sure. See if we can lower down some of that magenta. Bring it up a little bit. Cyan, bring that up. The yellow, bring that up as well. And then we're gonna actually do a little hue shift to a little bit more of the blue side here. Blue purple side. There we go. That's what I like. That looks good. Add a little bit of sharpening. Solid. 4 out of 5. You know, after the last picture, after this one, I'm not really feeling this next one very much. Leave that one alone. Not really feeling that one either, honestly. But maybe I can salvage something from it. Yeah, there's just no saving that picture. That one's better. I'm gonna go black and white because I don't like the way her face is so pink against this purple. It just kind of looks off. So I'm gonna go black and white on this one. Crank the contrast, give some separation because there isn't any. Bring the shadows down. Clarity. Whole thing's a little overexposed, not much. Add some texture into that one. Yeah. Did I already crop that, or is that not how it was? Blacks down. That's good enough. Nothing too crazy. Sometimes you don't need it. Good enough. 3. Oh boy. All right. It's not even a good picture. It's just funny. They're just funny. When you're sitting at home and your mom walks in with McDonald's. That's all I can think of. Yeah, it does kind of look like Darth Vader. Oh, man. That's funny. Alright, yeah, so all of those are just meme pictures, so I'm not going to edit any of those because they don't need it. That's just so funny. Oh, man, that's great. Alright. Real pictures, though. Real pictures, okay? Black and white. I'm pretty sure this is the one that I said I would actually do in black and white more than color, but now I'm second guessing myself. But let me try it. I think I'm still going to like the black and white more, but... clarity. Dehaze. That'll bring a lot back. Solid texture in there. Get some shadows. It's bothering me that I can see the guitarist on the left so much. So I'm going to crop that in like that. Get rid of the guitarist on the left because he's kind of taken away from the picture for me. I'm going to take out this highlight here right on the edge of the frame because it looks like crap. I'm losing too much right here. It's not what I wanted to do. Contrast. But all I really want to do is just bring the highlights down. That's all I wanted. There we go. I was losing too much in the front of his face there. Bring the black down a solid amount. I really want to kind of try to emphasize... I want to try to emphasize the light coming across the picture. And if I have the blacks up too high, you kind of lose that light stream. But if I bring it back down, you kind of get more of that light stream in there. Was that you playing guitar? Yeah. I couldn't tell if that was you playing or if that was a like a video you were watching.
That was indeed me playing. Are you live?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
But only one person watching this, Joe.
I'm in my pajamas. It's okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, I was indeed. I was playing along with a video, trying to learn it.
Oh, trying to learn the song?
Yeah, by ear, because you know that's how I learn my songs.
Yeah. Yup.
What you doing? Are you editing video or
editing pictures? Yeah.
Cool.
I narrowed it down to like what was it, like 109 out of 780.
Yeah.
But a lot of these are just like I got a lot of really good ones and I got a lot of really funny faces.
Well, I mean, those are always entertaining.
You got that one.
That's great. Yeah.
That one's pretty great.
Yeah.
That one just looks stoned. What are some of the other funny ones I got? Just go through here. Show you the funny ones. Come on. I don't know what he's doing here. He's just singing like upside down.
I'm assuming that the microphone drooped.
No, he put it there.
Oh, well then
I watched him do that live, and then he sung like that, and I was like, all right, that's interesting.
Just being goofy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see it like, you know, just goes. And you're like, well, I gotta keep singing. So
Yeah. No, he did that live. Yeah, using this as a slide because he didn't have one.
Yeah. That was a good face.
Which one?
That
one.
one.
That one? Yeah. That's the "I'm gonna kill you" face. Let me go back to 1 to 2. There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Bring that one in there. I don't think I actually starred most of the funny faces as I kept going through. Yeah, I didn't. There's plenty more.
What was the whole deal with the emoji faces?
So I think that has to do with their band. I think that's kind of like maybe like an album cover, or like they have some emojis like in their album cover or something like that.
Because on your Instagram post.
Yeah, they pulled it out like the last like song or two. And as soon as they pulled it out, he was like all over it, like, I can't believe you guys made these, or something like. So it was something. It either has to do with like a music video or like their band or something.
It has some type of
yeah, like let me
what's the word?
Significance.
Significance, yeah.
Let me bring this up here. We'll do Badflower emojis. See, Badflower on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
There's some emojis in here.
Yeah.
So there's something with them and emojis. Let me see. That's what I just did. I don't know why I went back. It's a good picture.
That's a good picture.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen stuff with them before though, where they have like some emojis and such though, but I don't know exactly what it is. But as soon as I saw them bring it out and I saw him react to them, I immediately put 2 and 2 together, and I was like, oh, because of the band.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason in my head, I don't know why. I just know that it goes together. But yeah, I'm not really sure why. Here's a one of those. There's that shot that I took a long time ago. I'm not sure if you've ever seen it, where it's a black and white photo of this girl like swooshing her hair backwards. And I told you that I took that as a mistake.
Yes.
And sometimes I was like, sometimes you get like those pictures that are like complete mistakes that turn out to be like some of your favorite pictures. I got one.
Oh yeah.
Here because I was taking a picture similar to this. But the light, like the spotlight, entered my lens like right when I took the picture, so it like completely overexposed the whole thing.
Right.
But it ended up like this. And I didn't really do anything to that. That's kind of just what it looked like, and anything that I try to do to that makes it worse.
Yeah.
And
that's a really cool picture.
Like even if I put it in like black and white after it loads.
Yeah.
It like completely changes the whole like mood of it. And I love my computer so much. It's so fast. So speedy. Goodness gracious. Can we? Black and white. There we go. Like you lose like so much of it.
Yeah, no, it's too.
It's like the pastel colors of it that make it
right, because the different like
worth
that just
it.
paints. Oh, go on.
I don't know, but I really like it though.
Go on.
Get yourself out of here.
You won't calm down. Yeah, like because the colors you can tell is different shades of colors there. When it's black and white, it's just white.
Yeah. You want to see the most depressed human being on the planet?
Sure.
This drummer, okay? Let me show you the pictures I've gotten of this drummer. These were all, well, once they actually load, these were all like a few like seconds apart in the middle of a song. Can you go back, please? Just thank you. So I don't know why it's not fully loading in focus, but
who knows? Dang, he's just not having.
He's just
time.
not having a time. He's just
Gosh.
he's just super depressed. He's so sad.
Poor guy.
Where is my stream chat?
There you
What camera and lens did I use for these photos? I used a Canon 7D Mark II and a Canon 5D Mark IV. And the lens, most of the time, was a Tamron 70-200 f2.8. And then other times I used a 50 f1.8 and a 16-35 2.8. But yeah, so got that.
Yeah,
nice
I was photos.
photos.
Trying to learn the song.
Look how pregnant this chick was.
She's very pregnant.
Very pregnant.
Very pregnant. I was trying to learn. I was learning the song "Light It Up" by Ashes to New, because there's a really cool guitar riff that I like in there, where it's just really really heavy,
Mm-hmm.
and then gets kind of technical.
I don't like. I just edited this one not too long ago. Excuse me. Thank you. I don't like the bright spot that was down at the bottom there.
Yeah.
But this one, the original of this. Where's my history? Here it is. No, go back down. The history of this thing. So you can do it.
I believe in you.
I do too. There we go. That's the original, which is not like super different, but just I wanted it to be like really dark and just kind of like pop the hair for whatever reason.
Right.
It was one of those like this was just a personal like I'm just gonna do something my way kind of shot.
Yeah. Cool. She's getting into it.
Oh, dude, she was singing some hard stuff. It was actually really funny because you watch this like big like watermelon pregnant chick just like getting down. It was crazy.
That's funny.
But yeah, there's some really pretty shots of her in there. I can't wait to edit. Where is it? All of these are sick. All these like cyberpunk looking color scheme shots here. Those are all like super cool.
I miss being in bands.
But the one with the foot, that's gonna be so sick. That's gonna be so sick to go, dude. This dude was in it.
It's always the bassist.
Oh yeah.
It's always the bassist.
Oh yeah, the bassist and the drummers,
Yeah.
except for that guy. Except for the "Hello Darkness, My Old Friend" drummer over here. You know. But yeah, this one's gonna be fun. I'm just gonna edit it right now.
There you go. We'll find something to munch on.
You do that. Fun stuff. Bring up that contrast. I don't want to lose. I want to bring up his contrast, but I don't want to lose that face. So I'm going to take the shadows up a little bit and just color in that face. Bring them up a little bit more there, because I don't want to lose that face with that emotion in it. This shot's just gonna be sick. Like this is gonna be one of my favorite shots I think I've ever taken. I think, provided I can get this bozo out of it. Texture. Yeah, I'm gonna rip that texture up there, get the clarity way up there. At clarity, you know what? I'm actually gonna back that back down. I don't like... Yeah, I don't like that as much. I'm gonna back it back down to basically minimum here. Get that dehaze a little bit. Clarity. Something like that. I think that's pretty solid. Gonna go into the saturation. We're just ever so slightly gonna dip this pink down. Not a whole lot, just slightly. I just don't want it to be like super, you know, I don't want it to be like that. I just want it to be just a hint of pink. Like right there. And then we'll bring up the green. I love the green. Probably going to something like that. Then we'll get the luminance up. There we go. That's the pink that I wanted. All right, now got to take care of the details. Go full. I'm just gonna try to get the guitar in there with some sharpening, luminance, get up about 15, maybe even less than that. I'll bring that back way down, actually 5. And then get the effects of a vignette in here. Nothing crazy though, just slightly. And now we're gonna have to come back in here and actually drop this dude down. Cannot stand having you up there like that. Highlights all the way down. Whites all the way down. Just like erase you from the picture without like actually making it look like a black square. There we go. And then I think we will even desaturate it a little bit. Try to keep the focus all on, not do it too much though, because I don't want it to look like he's just out of place. We're gonna dehaze it, drop the clarity, drop the texture. There we go, something like that. Come on, load the full screen. Load the full screen. My computer's so fast. I'd love for this to actually load in a full screen, but guess I'm not going to get it. All right, do it this way. Yeah, I mean, I think that's solid. That's about as good as I think I'm going to get that one. All right, so let's go back to where we were. I really like this photo. I may actually even try to just ever so slightly brighten up this face here. Not that much. Just slightly. There we go. Give it some contrast there too. Just I want to see that emotion, not the blacks. There we go. Saturation just ever so slightly down. Yeah. Perfect. Gotta take this out. And I'm gonna take this out. There we go. I absolutely love this shot. This shot's sick. I still wish I would have centered it more, and not had him in the top. I wish I would have, and I wish I would have gotten the whole guitar in there, but it's fine. It's good enough. I'll deal with it. I will deal with it. Alright, so back to where we were. Where were we? We were here. Here. Yes, here. Alright, I already can see that I have a lot of noise in this shot. So I'm going to reduce that noise quite a bit. Because you can see, I don't know if you'll be able to see over stream or not. But there is a lot of texture. Well, once it actually loads, it's not actually loaded yet. There we go. There's a lot of texture out here. And it's very, very visible. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up a big splash of noise reduction to get rid of a lot of that texture out there. Almost 30 noise reduction, actually. I think that'll be good. And then I'm actually going to go in and mask the sharpening to just him. Raise that sharpening a little bit. Contrast. And again, this stupid guitar player is annoying me over here, so I'm going to take that out. Come on, there we go. Up and over a little bit. Perfect. There we go. I can deal with a little line of light right there. I just don't want that whole sharp kind of thing over there. But I can deal with that. Alright, that's a solid picture. That's a solid 4 out of 5. Man, this camera battery's lasted a long time. This one here, I think I'm gonna keep. I think I'm gonna keep this one red the best that I can. Gonna brighten that up a little bit. Add a lot of contrast. Definitely gonna bring down. I'm gonna bring down the hair. Bring the highlights up there for a second. Texture, clarity. I almost like. Yeah, I need to bring up the clarity, just not a ton. Dehaze. Alright, so what I need to do now is a couple things. I need to go in here with the brush and bring down his hair. That way it's not super blown out. Like that. As well as I can do the same thing with his guitar strap here. And with his arm. And with this arm. Just bring the highlights down. There we go. And then I'm going to come in and bring down the saturation on his face. How do I think what I might do is actually try to add a little bit of green to it to cancel out the pink rather than completely desaturate it. I think I'm just going to cancel it out. That's going to go too green, too yellowish. Just to the point where it looks natural. Like right there. That looks natural. Yeah. I can dig it. Okay, so we're going to go in here. Those reds are really popping. Bring the pinks down a little bit. Magenta down a little bit. Well, no, because I lose a lot. Pop the reds. The luminance. Give them a little bit of color back. Pretty solid. Come back to his, not his face, I want the hair. I'll actually add quite a bit of contrast to that. And bring it down a little bit even more. Clarity. Good. It's good. Take those two things out, and that's a solid photo right there. Very solid. I'll make that a 5, and I'll make this a 5. The red light in his knee. Oh, this here? That's paint on his pants. That's actually not light. It's actually paint on his pants. Funny enough. And I don't really mind it. I guess it's just because I know that. It's not like a random little highlight. It's actually part of his pants. You think of black and white, Joe, for this one, or do you like it in the red and the purple, or the red and the blue? I can make it either way. I mean, it looks cleaner this way, but it also doesn't stand out as much. I also like how it looks like his face is just being like laser X-rayed by this light. Well, I'm probably do one of both. Unless you just like really don't like the black and white, because I'll understand. Black and white all the way. I am gonna dial the color back a little bit though. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna do one of both. There's just something about the color version of this that I enjoy. Again, it's one of those pictures that's kind of like everything about it's wrong, but it still somehow kind of works. Up the purples, up the blues. Dial the red back just a tad. Yeah, something like that. I mean, that's good there. Raise up the reds a little bit. Darken the purples. Darken the blues. Yeah, there's just something about that color that I like right there. So I'll keep that. Make that a solid 4. And then I'll do a black and white one, which is going to be just classic old pump the contrast. Pump the clarity. Well, clarity sucks, actually. Texture. Thanks for opening your Snapchat. I haven't even checked it. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Oh, it's too bright. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh god. Oh, that's great. That is perfect. Oh, it's funny. There, I opened your... Go away, Adobe. No one cares. Thank you, Nia, for the laugh. This is a black and white shot for sure. Nick says hi. Hi, Nick. By the way, Nick, the shot that was just up during those Snapchats, wherever the heck I put it, this shot here, for some reason, I just get Nick vibes from this. Like, literally, like, this just gives me Nick vibes. Not like this would be him, but I feel like I can see Nick, like, owning this as a poster or something. I don't know why, but, like, Nick came to my... I think it's because, you know what it is? I think it's because he used to have a Sublime shirt that reminded me of this. Like, I think it was, like, the colors. I think he used to have a Sublime shirt, like, way back in, like, middle school that reminded me of this. Ask Nick if he knows what I'm talking about, and I'm pretty sure that's what this reminds me of. Oh, hi, Nick. Nick, it reminds me of your Sublime shirt you had back in like 6th or 7th grade. So I'm hoping you remember what that was, or else I'm kind of like just crazy, I guess. Eh. Would be even funnier is if he still had it. That's a decently solid picture. Nothing crazy special about it. 3. It's a good picture. It's just not... There's too much dead space on each side. But I still like it. Nothing crazy special, though. Solid. Black and white. I think black and white on this one. Nick and Nia, when are we going to hang out again? We need to hang out. It's been too long. Not DAs. Nice, easy, solid setup here. What am I doing? That's noise reduction. I'm on crack. Here we go. Solid 4. I love how dark the background came out on this shot. Like, it's just pitch black. I love that. Great contrast there. This was just kind of a shot. And what do we do with shots? We pump up the contrast and darken everything. I give up. I don't like it. 0. Another one of those creepy faces. Gonna bring this down though. See, I felt my phone vibrate that time. What filter did you put on me this time? Go back to start over. No, I'm gonna replay it. No. I don't know why it's so funny. Oh boy. My AirPods are losing battery. No. Doop doo 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 doo. You can paint Joker makeup on them? Yeah, I could. Just little smileys there. 100% saturation. Darkness. Just yeah. Perfect. Oh my gosh. Apple greater than Android? Wrong. Although in the... Picking up something from the background. As far as AirPods go, I do agree. There we go. I am using 2 Apple products. I don't like my computer, but I do enjoy my AirPods. So, checkmate. Not really. This is another one where I'm going to need to do 2 versions. I'm going to need to do a color version. I'm going to need to do a black and white version. The black and white is going to be easy. But the color, I feel the need to make the color work here. Nothing too crazy, just a slight pop in color. Because I feel like it's really nice color tones here. Do that. Bring the blacks down a little bit. come in here and we're going to drop that hair highlights. There we go. Decent. Decent. Yeah, good enough. 3. Wait, where's the other one? Ah, here it is. Black and white. Pump that contrast. Calm down on your Harley. I just need to make it all grungy looking. Texture and clarity. Solid. That's my face when Nia says Apple is better than Android. Just that. I don't know why I'm editing this. This is literally just a meme picture. Clarity does not go well on that. Good enough. Perfect. Another black and white one for sure. This one I'm going to make into a vertical. Bring it in real close here. Bring this in real close over here. It's not really a vertical, but it's close enough. I think that's just going to look better in the long run. How has my camera battery lasted this long? My goodness. Three. Oh my goodness, how far? How many more? Oh, we have so many more. We have so many more. This stuff takes forever. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and copy this setting here and see what that turns out like. Pretty solid. Yeah, I don't like it in color. It needs to be in black and white. Go ahead and bring in a little bit of a little bit of light on his face here. Something like that. And then bring another one, but bring down the main singer. Bring the highlights down. There we go. That's better. Four. I can't get over the Heelys. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a killer black and white shot right here. Killer black and white shot. Whites up, blacks down. Slight dehaze. Get more of that smoke in there. We're gonna go into the face here. We're going to do a couple things. We're going to bring this part of the face down slightly, as well as the hair. Bring the highlights down. And we're going to do a new one. We're going to bring up the eye area here. Just a little bit. Yeah, that's good enough. We're going to go ahead and take a black brush and completely erase this water bottle from existence, because it's right in the middle of the amp and I can do that. Perfect. No more water bottle. Mocha shush. However, I will get rid of this random ball thing in the middle of his legs. That's what she said. Solid. Very solid. Another 4. Instantly better. Another black and white shot coming in hot. I'm going to try to save some of those highlights though. Shadows, get the whites up in there. Clarity, like crazy. Texture like crazy. Dehaze a little bit. Again though, what I'm going to have to do here is I'm going to have to try to lower the exposure on Homeboy over there in the corner, because that's just going to distract from the guitar, and that's not where I want people to focus. So we're going to have to bring the highlights way down, the whites way down, without making it look questionable. Which means what I need to do is go to the eraser and erase everything right there. There we go. Now it doesn't look as questionable. And then what I will do is bring this down, lock, bring this down and over to get him more centered-ish. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to bring up a little bit of the exposure on the guitar itself. And on his hand and arm. Contrast, we're going to up the clarity. And the texture. Maybe not that much exposure. Something like that. Another 4. Okay, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and I'm going to copy it to both of those pictures. Come on. Here we go. This one just needs a bunch of overall shadow bumping. Shadows. All in here. Kick those shadows up. There we go. Really need to get those shadows out of his tattoo there. Alright, we have been editing for almost 4 hours. That's crazy. That is crazy. Something like that. Give this one a 3. 3. Powered by Coca-Cola, yeah, pretty much. Orange vanilla. Although vanilla and orange vanilla are the only two Cokes that I drink. Other than that, it's Pepsi. Funny enough. There goes my camera. I was wondering when that was going to die. I was wondering when that was going to die. Alright, well, we're going to go to screen recording then. There you go. Now that the camera's officially dead, I'll probably keep this going until I hit the 4-hour mark, and then I'll cut it off at the 4-hour mark, but I'm not going to be in the video anymore. Do, do, do. Don't like that shot as much. I'm gonna close it. Alright, I was gonna do something with this. Because I like the blue and the reds. Up the exposure. Up the saturation. Dehaze it a little bit. Get those shadows up. Contrast. I don't know if this will actually turn into anything or not. It's looking like it might not. Yeah, it looks like this might just kind of turn into nothing. Yeah, I'll give up on it for now. Don't have the time. This shot I do like the colors on. Oh, I really like that too. This is going to be another two-parter. I'm going to do one in color, one in black and white. Okay, so we'll do the color one first, as we always do. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to bring up the saturation and bring up the vibrance, but I'm going to try to come in here and change it a little bit more to greens and pinks rather than like oranges and yellows. it's not really seeming like it's going to work very well. Saturation, let's bring the saturation on the reds down. And then let's bring the brightness of it up to try to make it more of a pink. Let's see what we can get out of this. Bring the texture in. Bring the clarity up. Just see if I can actually do a big, really soft spotlight right on his hand. We're gonna bring that up. Bring the shadows up. Contrast. Something like that. Now I'll bring the shadows there, highlights down a little bit, highlights up a little bit, highlights down a little bit, highlights up a little bit. Bring the highlights up just a tad. Same with the whites, bring the blacks down slightly. Something like that. I'm not really a huge fan of how this turned out as much as I thought I would be, but it's not bad. At least, you know, keep some color in things. A little bit of a vignette, but I'm looking forward more to this black and white one, because this will just look a lot better, I think. Clarity, texture. There's my headphones giving me another warning again. And my headphones just died. Cool. Gonna go ahead and close out the music then, so you're not crazy. It's just no music. Like I said, about to end the stream here in a few minutes anyway, but bring that down. That's pretty solid. There we go. Go ahead and give this one a 4. Give this one a 5. All right. I think that is where I'm going to call it. Been here for almost 4 hours now. Narrowed down some stuff, had some laughs, made some pretty cool edits. Only about halfway through them so far, though, so I'm going to have to keep going. And I think that's what we're going to do, but I say that and then I just start editing another picture again. Bring the vibrance back just a tad, a little oversaturated here. Just a tad. Dehaze it, clarity, texture. This definitely automatically needs a vignette. It's way too bright around the edges. Bring that back just a slight amount. Detail, masking, there, noise reduction. Okay, but I'm going to bring this in. Lock. Bring this down like that. That's solid. Solid. Really just pop those colors. Give it slightly more green to rule out some of the purple. There. That's a pretty solid shot. All right, that's it. I'm going to end it here. For those of you who are in here now, which is Joanna and somebody else, hope you had fun watching. Hope you enjoyed learning and having some say and stuff like that. So I will talk to you guys later. I'm going to go get some food and such. So, yeah. Alrighty.